We've said this a few times in recent months, haven't we? A big 5 minutes or so, a big ending to Friday practice for Pecco Bagnaia, the double MotoGP world champion. Needs to deliver something special late on here. He drops down the hill towards one of the three right-handers here in the Sachsenring. Through the Omega corner we go. Now this is more like it. So often he does tend to deliver special late laps. He does unleash the fireworks late on. He's about to unleash some very special ones here, because as he powers through turn 6, as you can see, Bagnaia up to the first sector by 9 1/10.
Yeah, he does put some pressure on himself. Of course, he does put himself at risk of yellow flags, but wisely, Ducati sending Bagnaia out before the bulk of the field. We've got around, what, 80% of the field are on out laps at the moment, so Bagnaia should be clear of any potential yellow flags, at the very least, on this first lap. He's 3/4 the way through it.
You can see, though, he's lost pretty much 3/10 of a second in the second split. He's going to have to get a little bit sharper in that phase of this Sachsenring circuit if he is to be troubling the lead positions. We pick him up then now, halfway around the final sector. Just one corner left for Bagnaia to negotiate. It's turn 13. He'll climb up the hill. Blind run it is to the short finish line. Over the line we go. Now that's 8th. Not what you say is fully safe and secure for the Italian. It's a 1:20.132, which for the time being is good enough.
Yeah, not in the 1:19s. You feel that's a requirement here to be anything like comfortable of a place in the top 10. Marc Marquez is also on a very strong lap. He's up at the halfway stage as Bagnaia has once again lit up the first sector. Agura improves, but once again falls short. He's down in 11th.
Yeah, he's getting further away, not by much, but he was 4,000ths of a second away from the top 10 a few moments ago. Now that's gone up to 9,000. Fine margins. Could be a massive game change for Agura's weekend. Not exactly the easiest circuit to overtake here in the Sachsenring, particularly that first sector where it's pretty much one line as you drop down through turn 2, 3, 4, 5. Very much one line. Martin then in 6th place. As Marc Marquez, normal service has been resumed at the Sachsenring, albeit for the time being because Raul Fernandez is on a fly, but Marc Marquez leads with a 1:19.394. Raul Fernandez does indeed jump up into 2nd place, and on a brilliant performance by the Trackhouse Aprilia rider. Fernandez with a 1:19.5. Surely he's through.
Yeah, we're now not a million miles away from the all-time lap record of a 19.0 from Di Gianantonio last year. The Honda Challenge has plateaued a bit because we've got Marini down to 14th now and Mir 16th. Moreira's only gone 17th as Bastianini scrapes himself into the final Q2 spot as it stands, but Agura is about to change that.
He is coming, and he needs this lap. Potentially P5 was our estimated guess of where I might end up on this lap. Over the line he goes. It's one place further down, but he won't care. He will not care one jot, because at the moment a 1:19.906 is going to get Agura through into Q2.
Bagnaia's on a slower lap at the moment. He's building up for one final attempt as Joan Mir's on a slower lap for all the wrong reasons, because he's off into the gravel trap at the moment on his factory Honda. Mir now down into 16th place, trying to find a safe way of rejoining the racetrack. Has a good look behind, and there's now a crash into the fast right-hand, left-hander there for Enea Bastianini by the looks of it on his Tech 3 KTM, who will not be improving on 11th.
And that could do for Bagnaia. Yellow flags coming out here late on. There's still 2 minutes, just a little bit under 2 minutes of the session remaining, but those yellow flags might be out for a fair chunk of time here as they try to clear away Enea's crash KTM, yet losing the front going into turn 8. We've seen that mistake made by the best down the years. Bagnaia was down in 13th place. Yellow flags might get cleared pretty quickly. 90 seconds remaining. Enea Bastianini is not going to go through to Q2 because when he dumped it at 8, he was down in 11th place. So session over for Bastianini.
Yeah, Bagnaia is just about to start his final time lap of the session. He's just gone over the line now, so Bagnaia's got about 40 seconds or so for those yellow flags to clear. The yellow flags are still showing up through turn 8 as they now kick that corner now. So Brad Binder, has he just got through in time? They have now cleared.
Or did Binder crucially just maybe back out of it a little bit? He comes through turn 8 now. Binder was on a charge there, wasn't he? He's just directly behind Jorge Martin. He's got a good track position here, hasn't he, Brad Binder? Well, he almost trips up through turn 11 we go, and he sat up there, didn't he, Martin? He checked up. The stewards might have a close look at that one as well, as Binder clearly just had to sort of close the throttle as he dropped down through 11.
don't do that there. I have to say, that's one of the more dicey places to get out of the throttle and sit up. Bagnaia is not improving. Look, halfway around, he's half a second down. Bagnaia's going to need some serious magic in the second half of this lap, otherwise he's heading for a third Q1 appearance, fourth Q1 appearance of the season.
Stuck down in 13th place then. At the moment is Bagnaia. Alex Marquez doesn't really need to find time, but he is chasing it, just as you knew he would do. Already in 4th place is Alex, as Bagnaia is completely backed out of it. So that is game over. I think he felt like he wasn't going to have enough time to get to the finish line. Alex Marquez does find a PB lap time, which keeps him in at P4. Impressive work again by Alex, who is nowhere near full fitness, but calling on all his reserves, fighting spirit and talent there to make sure he eases through into Q2. So Pecco Bagnaia has taken the checker flag. Session over for the Italian. He will then feature in Q1 tomorrow morning. No problemo, no bother for the likes of Marc Marquez, Ralph Fernandez, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Alex Marquez, Jack Miller, Iagura, Marco Bezzecchi. That 7 are the 7, the magnificent 7 who found 119s this afternoon, and surely they have booked their places in Q2. Martin Eng, the Costa 9th, Morbidelli 10th. Can't see anybody making any serious charge towards breaking up that top 10 right now.
Yeah, as it stands, and unlikely to change, we've got 4 Ducatis, 4 Aprilias, and we've of course got the Yamaha of Miller and the KTM of Acosta. That is how your top 10 looks. So the surprise is to miss out. I have to say, Bagnaia down in 13th place on the factory. He's the one Ducati, of course, not to make it through. There are only 5 of them here, with Fermin Aldeguer absent through injury. And as good as it was looking for part of that session, only the one KTM and no Hondas through.
So Buriram, Catalonia, Hungary, now today here in the Sachsenring. The 4 Q1 appearances so far this season for Bagnaia. But it was a stock standard Friday at the Sachsenring, wasn't it, for the reigning world champion Marc Marquez, who acknowledges what's a pretty healthy sun-kissed Friday crowd here ahead of the Grand Prix of Germany. A 119.394. Job very much well done for the factory Ducati rider.